accepting the award and inducting him into the Hall of Fame is Armando Guerrero and Linda Rodriguez. Heard up Armando. Linda Rodriguez.
My sister Pretty. I decided to wear this robe to show you what the elegance my father brought into the ring. That was his gimmick. In Mexico City, as the program has stated, he started his career in Guadalajara, Mexico, and they saw him from Mexico and invited him to test him out. And he passed, and he started his career, and all these ropes that he used to wear, this is the only one that survives out of many, many, many. My brother Chavo and I would come home from school in Mexico, and would go straight to his closet and had ropes all over. It wasn't just one or two. I'm talking maybe, if I remember right, eight of them, and they were of this quality. If you have a chance, you go to the Hall of Fame and scope it out. It's really nice to survive all this time. Mexico, United States. He started his career in Mexico. He was born in the United States in the copper fields of Ray, Arizona. So he was naturally an American citizen, and he went one day to wrestle in Tijuana, and he crossed the border, went to LA to see the wrestling matches, and introduced himself, and they told him he was too light. So he went back to Mexico, gained weight, and he let go of all these beautiful ropes. He grew out of them. And he started going to the United States and getting booked. By that time, he married the sister of his arch rival in wrestling, Enrique Yanez. He was the hottest ticket in Mexico of the time was the feud between Gory Guerrero and Enrique Yanez. So that meant that every arena in the continent of Mexico wanted that match. So they got to travel together, and out of that traveling they became friends. He noticed my mother. He went and asked permission to marry her, and he married her, and he stayed and married her all the way. Now, I want you to put attention right here to this. Let me bring a little closer to this photograph. For anybody that knows, this is a wrestler's bridge. It's called a face-up bridge. And we use it a lot in wrestling for defense and also for other moves. It takes a lot of effort just to do that move, okay? He worked out a whole year for this picture to exist. And it was all for a Christmas card. If you look closely, we're holding Christmas ornaments. It took a half a day to get this thing done because there was a lot of trial and error. And mind you, he had to hold the bridge with approximately 300 pounds on the board, which was us, his family. That little girl right there, that's my beautiful sister. That's my beautiful sister. It also stopped something that happened at this time. We have been on the road both in the United States and in Mexico for 10 years, 12 years. And when Linda was born, we always used her birth as the line where he stopped traveling and became a promoter in El Paso, Texas. And she was raised up totally in El Paso, Texas, and then came Eddie 7 years after that, Eddie was born, and he joined the family. And my father promoted professional wrestling for 20 some odd years in El Paso. What knocked him out was Monday night football, because that was our night for wrestling, was Monday night. And after that, we just couldn't get it going again. By that time, Chavo and I were already traveling and wrestling. He was a father, and he was a good father. He never left his family. He always carried his family everywhere. As the picture shows, that is a symbol that he combined wrestling with his family. He never let us go. He never remarried. Him and my mom were married to the end of his life. He also took care of his family from his father. They were orphans, but very young, and he was the oldest boy, and he went to work to support him, and part of that work was learning how to wrestle. I'll let my sister say a couple of words.
I'd like to thank the professional world or Wrestling Hall of Fame for this enormous and proud moment for our family. Thank you so much. My dad was my hero. I also want to thank Mondo for this beautiful presentation. And he has our family history. We go to Eddie and I would always go to Mondo to get our family history because Eddie and I didn't travel like my brothers. When we had my dad was older, promoting wrestling. So Eddie and I grew up in the arenas. I would go help with when he brought in the lady wrestlers and Laverne, Beverly Laverne, I'm sorry, and all these great wrestlers and beautiful faces I see here. Thank you so much. One thing I do want to let you know that my dad, his first love was God. And he taught our family God. His second love was his family and wrestling. We grew up in a wrestling world to which between my mom and my dad raised this great dynasty of first my dad and then 4 great professional wrestlers. To me, the top of the top. From there, my nephew, Chavo's son, so my dad's grandson, and hopefully this dynasty will continue. Thank you again, Mondo. You've done an amazing job. Thank you as always. And my dad's the first. Now I've got 4 more brothers. I want to get them.
Gory Guerrero and family. I just want to give it up for some Pro Wrestling Hall of Famers that are here in the audience today. I don't know where he's at, but I just saw George Napolitano somewhere. And you can't forget Paul the Butcher Vachon. Looking good, Butcher. Tokyo Monster says he's ready for a run with you. You have to put him over, boy. All right, moving on. We have our next inductee.